Hi everyone, my name is Michael. Today we are here in Nacka Test Mine up in Stockholm. I'm here with my good friend Eric. Eric, what are we going to talk about today?
Yes, today we're going to talk about the automatic features, color punch mark and void detection.
Okay, let's step up into cabin and see how this setup is working.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Eric, if we are looking into what machine can do in performing high quality, and in this case, we talk about punch mark.
Yes, so the most important when drilling and get quality is where you start and how you start the hole, right? So that's also the part that you can influence the most.
Okay, so in this case now, let's have a look how we adjust that kind of parameters.
Yes, so if you go over to the settings, we have under the auto settings number of color punch marks. So here it's set to 5. And that means before we start to drill the hole, the rock drill will go and detect the rock and do a short burst of percussion. And it will repeat this 5 times. And that's to make sure we get a clean face to start coloring.
And this number that you can see 5 here, that's also adjustable. It's adjustable from 1 to 5, so 5 is maximum.
Yes, so this the operator can adjust depending on how the rock looks and what fits the best for that rock condition it's drilling in.
So what you really say in this case, this is something that the machine is using or the operator would like to use just to be secure that you have a full face contact before you start rotation.
Yes.
To really increase hole quality in the coloring point. Is there any more adjustment or settings we need to do or can do in when we talk about punch mark?
Yes, so there's one parameter underlying this function. So here on the top we can see color punch mark time. It's set to 2 seconds and it's how long it should continue with the percussion on every color punch.
Okay, so if let's say in our example we have 5 times, it's 5 times 2 seconds. It means basically it's going to do a really good setup with the punch mark for 10 seconds before it really start to activate rotation and start drilling.
Yes.
Okay, and this setting with the time, that is done on Epiroc service level, not on operator level.
Correct.
Now, Eric, we've talked about a lot of options. ABC total, breakthrough automatic stop, punch mark, e-tramming, you name it. Another very important option we have, and it's really a very good option, is void detection or cavity detection.
Yes.
What can you say about that? How is that working?
Yeah, so we can take, for example, if we go to drill plan handling, we can take this hole, for example. So we're going to drill 20 meters. But in many cases, the rock is not solid all the way. So we're going to get into cavities or voids, can be cracks or different type of rock conditions. And in this case, if it gets softer in the hole, that means that the speed is going to ramp up. And in the software, we will detect at a certain speed when we hit this void or cavity. Mm. And this is not an option that the operator can turn off or on. So it's always there surveilling the hole when drilling.
So if you buy a machine and you order void detection, then void detection is basically in the base software. And it's always there, always checking for voids and cavity in every hole you are drilling. And the operator, as you mentioned, cannot interfere or choosing it on or off.
No.
Okay. What can we see on this display? I can see that there is two figures here regarding speed.
Yeah, so we're working with 2 different speeds, basically. So one speed where we detect and void, and it's meter per minute.
It means in this case, if the penetration rate is over 2.5 meter, then the machine will detect that as a void.
Correct.
Okay. And the second one, 1.3 meter?
Is where we end the cavity or void.
Okay, so basically when we hit some hard rockness again, and all the different kind of pressure adjustments increase and so on and so on, it means in that case, so 1.3 meter or below is where it's undetected void, so to say.
Yes, so when we get into this cavity, we have also settings then for feed pressure, speed, and percussion pressure.
Okay, we can just shortly go into that because everything here is on Epiroc service level.
Correct.
Yeah. So if we just go into, as Eric mentioned, speed or pressure, we have feed pressure for cavity in this case,
Yes.
meaning that the machine is in the cavity only go by 35 bar feed pressure.
Correct.
When we talk about speed, it's the same. Speed cavity. Here we can see a number that is 300 milliamps. It means in this case how much milliamps we put on the valve for the valve to open. There's nothing regarding speed here in meter per minute.
No, so this is something you have to set up in that raw condition of
Okay.
the customer.
So basically void detection is something that we deliver it with the machine as an option, but it must be adjusted during the startup at customer site via Epiroc service.
Correct.
And then we also have impact pressure here. So we have an impact basically meaning this, when you go into the cavity or the void, the machine automatically go down to 150 bar instead of going with full impact pressure.
Yeah, in this example, yes.
Okay, so it means everything regarding the functionality here on void detection is happen automatically. If the setup is correct during the startup of the machine at customer site, and the void detection cannot be turned on and off by the operator. Is that correct, understand?
Correct.
Perfect. So Olav, what is the real customer value in this case?
On quality, the customer value is quite obvious. I mean, really, what we're doing is producing high quality, very well documented results from production drilling. If the first two KPIs that we measure are utilization, how much is the machine in use, and effectiveness, how much is it drilling, to keep that improving, we will produce more and more meters. And if they are bad quality, why should we produce more bad quality? We need to have the correct quality so that we can punch on and do more of it.